Hello students, happy Wednesday. Today we are mixing it up a little bit and we are actually working on Khan Academy. Now when you log on to Khan Academy, some of you guys still have not finished doing this one all the way from April 13th. This would be a good chance to go back and say, hey, was I one of the 12 out of 20 that completed this? If not, go back and take a moment to do that. But we do have two activities. We have one on the zero product property. That is what we've been using to solve quadratics by factoring. And then we do have a general exercise on quadratics by factoring that kind of builds off some of the things that we did in Delta Math. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the first one, zero product property. All right, and in the zero product property, these problems, internet's slow today, these problems are already factored out for you. They're already factored out. And this is asking you to find the zeros of the function. Find where is this equal to 0. Well, in order for this, we are simply looking for our x-intercepts. Our zeros are our x-intercepts. So we need to figure out when is this portion equal to 0 and when is this portion equal to 0. So I'm going to go ahead and come over here, and I've got that problem all written out for us. So I'm looking for the 0, so I'm looking for when is this piece equal to 0, and also when is this piece equal to 0. And then those will be my two zeros. So first off, I have x minus 5 is equal to 0. Well, if I solve that, here we go, plus 5 plus 5. My first 0 of this function, first x-intercept, is going to be x is equal to positive 5. Awesome, x equals positive 5. All right, for our second 0, we do have 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. We're looking for when is this portion equal to 0. All right, and when I do this, I'm going to go ahead and subtract 2. All right, those cancel to 0. I have 5x is equal to negative 2. All right, and we are dividing by 5. And I'm just going to leave this as a fraction if that is okay with you guys. Well, you guys aren't going to object. You're not here. My other 0 is going to be the opposite of 2 over 5, so negative 2 over 5. So those are our two solutions. Now, Khan Academy is a little picky on these. You do have to write the smaller one first. So my smaller one was my negative 2/5. And then finally, my large one was 5, I believe, if I were to look at that. Negative 2/5 and 5. So you have to put your smaller one there, your large one there. And there we go. We got that one right. So that is finding zeros. These are already going to be factored out for you. And if you do end up with a fraction, that is a-okay. I would just go ahead and insert in that fraction. All right, for our next one, quadratics by factoring, this is very similar to what we were doing with Delta Math, but these just have one extra step to them, at least most of them that I saw. All right, we have 2x squared minus 24x plus 54 equals 0. I would like to solve for which x values make this a true statement. Now, one of the benefits is this is already in standard form. We do have this equal to 0, but we still need to factor to solve. All right, so here we go. First step of this problem, here's what I notice. I have 2x squared minus 24x plus 54. Well, all of those are divisible by 2, so I'm actually going to start this problem off by dividing by 2. And whatever I do to one side, I also have to do to the other. Wonderful. All right, so 2x squared divided by 2 is simply x squared. 24 divided by 2 is negative 12x. And then finally, 54 divided by 2, that is 27. And on the other side here, we do have 0 divided by 2 is still equal to 0. All right, and this looks like one that will be easy to factor. Let's take a look. First off, x squared breaks up into an x and an x. So x squared breaks up into an x and an x. I have a negative 12. I need two numbers that multiply to 27 that add up to negative 12. That will end up being negative 3 and negative 9. Awesome. All right, and then finishing this off, I need to figure out when are these equal to 0. Some of you guys might be able to do this in their head. I'm going to go ahead and just write it out just in case. So first off, I have x minus 3 is equal to 0 if I add 3 to both sides. My first solution to this equation is x is equal to 3. Awesome. And over here I have x minus 9 is equal to 0. And if I were to add 9 to both sides, my second solution is x is equal to 9. And you can always check your answers. Always, always, always check your answers by graphing. If you would like to double check to make sure that you are A-okay, feel free to graph. You've got 2x squared. What was it? Minus 24, minus 24x plus 54. And my two zeros there are 3 and 9. So my two solutions are 3 and 9. All right, make sure that you type these in the correct order. Smaller one is 3, larger one is 9. Check. And that one is correct. So that is your assignment. You will have these two, zero product property and quadratics by factoring. And if you still have not done this from the last month, feel free to go ahead and finish that as well. As always, let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day.